Good morning, students. We'll continue the next important source of history, that is the material sources. The following sources are included among the physical sources. Now, which are the material sources? Coins, places of worship, things in daily use, royal seals, ornaments, museums, clothing, modern architecture. Coins, places of worship, things in daily use, seals, ornaments, museums, clothing, and modern architecture. These are the material sources through which we can study history. How these material sources help us to study. For example, coin. Already we have seen. Through these coins, we can understand history with the help of coins and the changes in the printing of currency notes. We don't find the currency notes or the coins are same right from the independence or all these years, the same coins and currency notes, the colors, the matter, the size that go on changing on that. So with the help of that we can study history. Reserve Bank of India with its headquarters in Mumbai prints currency notes. The headquarters of Reserve Bank is in Mumbai and the responsibility to print the currency note lies with the Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India prints currency notes and the headquarters of Reserve Bank of India is in Mumbai. The metal used for making coins, their different shapes and diversity of subjects imprinted on them help us to understand the contemporary issues like important population control, agriculture and farmers. The coins also which we find, those are of different size and value. We don't find same coins. The coins, what the coins convey? Certain topics like message of population control, coins communicating the importance of agriculture and of farmers. When we look at the coin, we come to know about it. We realize that these things are important. This is the message government wants to give us. The next one is museums. All states of India have museums that depict the characteristics and display the cultural and social heritage. They enable us to understand history. Now in museum, lot of things are kept. When we look at the things kept in the museum, we come to know about the cultural and social heritage of that particular stage. We realize the importance of these particular things when we look at the museum. For example, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Museum is at Mumbai. Reserve Bank Museum is in Pune. So these two important museums, one is Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Museum at Mumbai and Reserve Bank Museum is in Pune. Apart from the government museums, some private collectors also set up their own museums. There are some private collectors, private people, those who have gathered some important information related to certain topics and they have their own museums. The government has given them permission to display all those things. Now, if you go to the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Museum in Mumbai, you will find that the various things from Maharashtra, those are protected there. Like that, only some private owners are there. They have their own museums and they are trying to preserve certain things there. They are based on distinctive subjects. For example, coins, notes, lamps, nutcrackers in different shapes, cricket equipment, etc. Besides this, there are other topics also on which these people have collected certain things. They have preserved it and they are open for people. The next one is museums. Oral sources. These sources include folk tales, folk songs, proverbs, ballads, and ovids. Oral sources is the sources. Now in the olden days, the information was passed from generation to generation, but nowadays many things, all those are in printed matters. We get it in printed matters, but still they are called as oral sources because in past those were passed from generation to generation orally. Among them are folk tales, folk songs, proverbs, ballads, and ovids. Ovi means Marathi verse in oral tradition. Activists were inspired by the povadas of Lok Shair Anna Bhau Sate and Shair Amar Sheikh during the Sanyukta Maharashtra movement. The people were inspired by the povadas of Lok Shair Anna Bhau Sate, Shair Amar Sheikh during the Sanyukta Maharashtra movement. When the Sanyukta Maharashtra Andolan was going on, that time the people were inspired by the povadas of Lok Shair Anna Bhau Sate and Shair Amar Sheikh. Next is audio visual sources. Audio means which we can hear and visual means which we can see also. Audio visual sources, for example, television. It's audio visual. Television, films, internet are called audio visual medias. Underline it. Television, films, and internet are called audio visual media because we can see also the pictures and also we can hear it. Many domestic and foreign television channels also come under this head. Now you know that there are various channels, domestic as well as foreign. History channel, Discovery channel, etc. And your favorite is Cartoon channel also comes under that. Many of you like it very much. Film and Television Institute of India. The government of India started the Film and Television Institute of India at Pune in 1960 with the purpose of providing public education. Underline Pune in 1960. The Film and Television Institute of India is started by the government of India in the year 1960 and the place is Pune. What was the purpose? The purpose was providing public education. An institute called Indian News Review has produced various newsreels on important events in politics, social issues, art, sports, and culture. This department has also produced various documentaries on prominent social leaders. Documentaries, short films on the life of those people, on people who have made major contribution for the country and about important locations in India. These news releases and documentaries are useful for the studying the history of modern India. Newsreels on the life or documentaries on the life of certain people. Also on certain important places in India. When we look at the documentaries, we get lot of information about that the life of that particular person, because they will not simply make a documentary on any person or any on any imaginary thing. That is, the real life is shown of that particular person, or the real place is presented there. So looking at the documentary also, we can study history. Till now, we have seen some important sources of writing the history of modern India. The times in the 21st century are changing so rapidly. Now, see there, this one, there is lot of change in the science and technology. So, the things are changing rapidly, very fast. The things are changing. That even these sources will prove to be inadequate. However, news sources of coming forth, for example, during the transformation from landline telephone to cell phones, a gadget called pager came up for contacting people, but it died out as quickly as it had come up. Now see, landline phones, then mobile phones. In between there was pager to contact the people, but it came and died also very soon. Means people started, people were not using it because suddenly we got mobile in our hand. Nowadays, presently the mobile phones what we use, the models are dying very fast. In a short period of time, new mobiles models get in our hand. First, when the mobile was discovered, it was only for communication. Only it was used for communication. Afterwards, sending messages. First, it was black and white. The model was very big. It was very costly. Then, the facilities of cameras, listening music. Now everything is there in mobile. Now you are studying also with the help of mobile. So the models go on changing. So lot of changes takes place in that. So like that only the pager had come, it died very fast. Means people starting using mobile, so that was neglected. The huge amount of information available on the internet is used for studying history, but the truth and authenticity of this information needs to be verified. Lot of information we get on internet. Now no need to go in the library also. Lot of information we get on internet for the study of history. But very important thing is that we have to check it, and we have to see whether it is authentic. As when we get any message on the mobile on our WhatsApp, it's our responsibility to check its authenticity, whether it is right or wrong. Should not forward it immediately as soon as we get it. Don't forward it. Try to check the authenticity of the message what we get. Now it has become comparatively easy to study history with all these sources. If we want to study history, by using all these sources, we can study it very well, because a lot of sources are available nowadays, not like in the olden days. Very few sources are available, but in the modern history, there are a lot of sources in the form of oral, in the form of written, in the form of other way, maybe in online or on internet. Lot of information is available. As these sources are from the contemporary period, they are easily available. Now, this in the modern history, the sources of modern history, they are from this period only. So, lot of information is available to us. Since a subject like history touches all aspects of our lives, efforts for preservation of such sources are made at all levels. We should also contribute to this effort. A lot of information is available, so we have to preserve it. We should also give our contribution in preserving the sources of history. So, dear students, we have gone through this lesson. I am requesting you to go through the lesson, read it once or twice, you will understand. Thank you very much.